Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me once again. This is the last webinar for the year of 2018. It's amazing how fast it goes by. But here we are, and it's been a ride, that's for sure. Every week that I get to do this, we always have new updates, new things going on, improvements, and it's kind of like anything out there. It's like Bitcoin, and I think it's ups and downs, and I think we're finally at a place with Nui where, with all confidence, we can move forward. We can say, hey, you know what? We've got the foundation built now. We've got a solid place where we can launch from. It's actually working, and the reason I can say that, and the reason I know that's true, is just because of my weekly commissions. It's been awesome. It's been awesome to see how the month of December, ever since we launched this new gigahash program, right? I've been averaging about $400 to $500 a week, right? It's pretty good, pretty good. And so, that's almost $2,000 a month. Yeah, I made about $2,000 in the month of December. Okay, so it's great. It's great because that means we finally arrived. We're at a point now where it's working, right? And we've experimented. We've had lots of different things happen. The pricing going up to 150, and then now they've just announced free membership. We've announced that starting February 1st, the price is only going to be $50, just $50 to be part of this amazing company. And how awesome is that? I mean, $50 a year. I mean, right now it's free, right? But $50 a year to be in business with no forced auto ship or anything. We're talking, most companies are charging you, $100+ a month, right? Just to participate, just to be involved, just to be active. And what do we got? We've got something where you join for $50. Right now it's free, but for $50 a year. And then to be active, it's very simple. One of two ways. One, 1,000 points in core, or two, with a $50 gigahash contract where you pay $15 a month in hosting fees and maintenance fees. That's it. You're active. You're participating. And what is those $15 getting you? They're actually getting you future wealth creation, right? They're getting you Callas. Calla is being produced and it's paying you every single day. Every single day. Wow. Wow. I mean, that's how simple is that? And one of the great secrets to having success in everything we're talking about is exactly that. It's the making it simple, making it duplicatable, making it so it's accessible to everybody, right? To making it so it's the pricing is right, so that the whole idea of, and then that's the other thing, right? If you decide that you want to do this as a business, which why wouldn't you? It's so good, right? And you get just 3 people, then your hosting is now better than free, because now you're making more money than you have to spend. You make more than $15, right? Once you have 3 people that are doing the same. So now you don't have to worry about any out of pocket at all. It's that cool. I mean, that it's that simple. It's that accessible, right? And then from there, it's just a matter of duplication. It's just a matter of getting the word out. It's a matter of sharing it and telling people, hey, this is what I'm involved in. Are you, prepared for the future? Are you involved in any kind of, you want to have so much money at retirement age or whatever, right? Well, here's how you can do it. This is my long-term strategy, and by doing my long-term strategy and recommending that with other people, now I'm covering my short-term strategy, right? Because you need now money, right? We need now money, and we need future money. Okay, we need to create income, and we need to create wealth, and that's the theme. That's the topic of today's webinar. That's what I'm going to show you, how in 2019, okay, so this upcoming year, 2019, we're going to be able to actually have income and create wealth, okay, with our Nui Social program. That's what it's all about. Because, okay, yes, we need to eat, right? We need to be able to pay our bills. We need to be able to, have stuff for every day. And I think one of the errors, and I know this might sound a little blunt for some people, and I apologize for that, but I think one of the errors that it was kind of promulgated when we first started all of this with rigs and everything was that the rigs themselves and the call mining, everything was going to be the now money, right? And yeah, there were some that got overexcited about that, and oh yeah, that just get yourself a rig and it'll pay for itself in 2 months and all of that. And I get it, right? But at the same time, we know that it's a lot of these things, that commodities, when you're talking about buying gold and silver and other things, that they're long-term strategies, right? That's what they are. And they're not for creating now money. And so the correct way to teach what we're doing with gigahash and terahash and everything is that it's not now money, right? And Kala itself should not be considered, oh yeah, I'm going to sell all my Kala and pay my bills with it, right? That's not the strategy. That's not what it was intended for. Okay. And I know and the excitement and the emotion and everything, it kind of turned into that, right? And people unfortunately spent more than they had to get in on this, and now there's some that are frustrated, and I was expecting to sell some of my Kala. Now, my personal opinion, that would be silly, because here's the example. What we're getting right now is kind of like the seeds. Okay, so we're getting seeds, and the idea is that we have to follow the law of the harvest, and we plant the seeds, and then we cultivate them. We water them and we fertilize them and everything, and then in 6 months, right, then they give us the fruit. Okay, and that's really how we should have been treating this all the time, right? We bought a whole bunch of seeds, okay, and we just need to hold on, right? We need to wait. We need to be patient as that matures and turns into what we want. Now, how do we get now money? How do we cover our costs? We do the business, okay? We got to do the business. That is what Nui is. Nui is a home-based business. Nui is a network marketing company, and it is, and it's different. It's a different kind of network marketing company, but that's what it is. That's what it is. It is a network marketing company, and it requires that we build it. It requires that we participate. It requires that we use the compensation plan, and that we get our 10 people, and we unlock our tiers, and we be leaders, right? And we invite people, and we teach them, and we show them how it all works, so that there's duplication happening. And then we will have weekly income and commissions, right, that we can use to pay our bills, to cover our hosting costs, to all those things. Okay, that is the strategy. That's what we really need to do. If we were just selling this as a, hey, here's a product that's going to produce some callers for you, okay, that's fine, right? But that's long term. That's something that probably it's not going to pay off until middle of 2019, when Kala goes on the exchange. Right now, obviously, here in February, there's going to be some beginning of that whole concept of being able to sell some Kala on the Kala listings, and and start that motor going, right? Okay, now we've got our own economy here. We've got our own ecosystem. We've got, okay, here's a way to get Kala, here's a way to spend it, here's a way to sell it, and all that stuff. That's all coming. That's all coming in the first basically 6 months of 2019, is to get that motor up and humming, right? And to create that little ecosystem, and kind of prep things, and create reasons for people to get Kala and sell it and all that, and other things will be introduced, right, that will be able to help along those lines. But we really need to make sure that people understand when we're selling them gigahash or terahash that it's the long term, right? It's longer term. It's for future. That's why we call it coin collecting, right? We're collecting the coins because it's a long term thing, right? It's something that we're creating that wealth. And in my presentation, we'll talk a little bit about that, about what the wealthy really do, right? They have very little cash, and they have what they mostly have is assets, and that's what creates their wealth. So that's when you understand. Don't sell your Kala right now when it's just 2 cents. That's, and if you're absolutely starving and all that, I get it. Okay, if you don't have any apples, you're gonna eat the seeds, right? I'll just eat the seeds so I can survive. But there's other ways. That, in my opinion, would be smarter to cover your now needs, right? For now money. Basically, I would say get out there, get to work, and start building your Nui business, right? Bringing people in so that you start making those weekly checks, okay? Or figure out, getting a job or whatever you got to do, to find some income in the traditional sense, all right? But don't sell your Kala. Don't be so stressed about having to sell your Kala right now when it's only 2 cents. That's not smart. It's just not smart, right? You put too much into this, and to do that, to let it go away. No, take advantage of what you got. We are lucky ones that we're able to get in at the beginning when getting either a rig or now some gigahash is producing the most amount of Kala that it ever will, because as more and more people get involved, as more and more hash power gets sold, that 6 million Kala per day will have to be divided between more people, and it'll just kind of slowly keep going down, 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 down. And so those that are coming in earlier are the ones that are getting the best reward, right? The best or the most amount of Kala per day. And so if you're hesitating, if you're, I'm going to wait till call listings goes live, I'm going to wait until it's on the exchange or that, you're really hurting yourself, because by then it's too late, right? By then, all the gigahash probably be sold. By then, you decide to get in, you'll be getting half the amount of Kala that you would have if you came in today, right? So don't wait, right? Be smart. Get as much gigahash as you can, and build on that, right? So that you're prepping for the future. But you just have to kind of get out of your comfort zone and start telling people about this and building a team. And that's what it comes down to, right? How did I start making average, $2,000 a month in the month of December? It's because I have a team, because I was able to leverage my team, and I was able to do leadership and teach people about it and get them involved and earn my commissions, right? That's what it's all about. That's what they pay us to do. That's what it's all about. We get paid to get the word out there, right? Word of mouth marketing. They pay us to build a team. They pay us to help our team understand how it works and how to get involved, and how this is a benefit to them. That's the secret, right? Is to go out and build your team. Now, I know many of you, maybe you're thinking, oh, well, Jeremy, you already got a big team and, and all that. Well, I'll be completely transparent here. Of the 200,000 people on my team that I've got, I'd say less than 1,000 people are actually still involved, right? They're still even kind of looking at it, right? And the $2,000 I made this month of December, I bet you it couldn't be more than a couple hundred people that actually bought gigahash or terahash. That's it. A couple hundred people. That's it. Not very many. It wasn't thousands. It wasn't hundreds of thousands. No, it was a few hundred people that decided to buy some gigahash and get involved in calling stuff that produced a $2,000 month for me. Okay, it doesn't take that many. It really doesn't. It's Okay, you just got to go out there and have the faith, right? And be believing and participate and show people how it's working, and it can happen for you as well. All right, it's really not that hard. Okay, so today what I wanted to cover is just how simple it can be. All right, when you see my presentation, you're going to see how this can be done by anybody. All right, what Nui has put together with our amazing comp plan, with a team building structure, with the way it pays out for purchases, and then the hosting on the gigahash, right? The way it pays out with core and people doing core and everything else. That's just the basis. That's the foundation. That's it's possible to actually have significant income with just what we have right now. Now, what's coming in 2019 is going to enhance that. There's a lot of cool things they're going to be announcing as soon as next week. I've got a meeting on Wednesday where they're going to introduce some things to us and on the Field Advisory Council on how they're going to enhance what we have already. Now, what we have already is cool. It's good enough, okay? But supposedly they've figured out a way to enhance that even more. We're talking about ways, for people that kind of came in, months or even a year ago and got in with mintage mining 1 year and 3 year contracts and all that stuff. They've got a solution. Okay, they've got something that they're going to introduce to everybody that's going to make it so that everybody can feel confident moving forward with what we're doing in Nui, that there's not going to be any baggage. Okay, that's the goal, is to eliminate all the past baggage and just start 2019 fresh with everybody with a smile on their face, with, okay, I have no reason to doubt, right? Let's move forward. Let's go for it. Let's make this happen. That's what's coming. And I don't know exactly what day they're going to announce it. If they're on that same, Wednesday the 2nd is when we're going to hear about it. Maybe they'll talk about it Thursday. I don't know. We'll see. But point is, they're fixing all that past stuff and going to allow us to move forward with the new year with no excuses and with big giant ear-to-ear smile, like, yes, okay, now we can do this. Now we can move forward, and it's going to be awesome. And so just wait for that huge announcement. And that's on the Nui side, right? So what Nui is doing, okay, is going to take care of all of us that have been in for a long time. And we already heard about what they're doing for those that came in the past, that if you buy a $50 gigahash contract and you just maintain that for $15 a month, you will never have to pay your annual fee ever again, right? They're going to waive it. You're going to waive your annual fee as long as you are staying active on a gigahash contract. Now that's cool, right? And they reduced the price to 50, right? It was going to be 150 every year. Now they've reduced that down. Now it's only $50, right, a year. And as long as you're active with the gigahash contract, they're going to waive that. So now you can be involved in Nui with no cost, right? If you have 3, your maintenance fee is covered, right? Your hosting fee is completely covered. So now you're creating income and you're creating wealth, and it's not costing you anything. It's awesome. It's genius. And then, of course, on top of that, they're going to add some more things, right? They're going to make it even better on the Nui side. And then, of course, we know that there's some other cool things coming. New ways to use Kala. We know that Darren's been working behind the scenes with some interesting things. To basically, the idea is, the original concept of core and being able to earn for doing things and participating in things, and where it doesn't, you have to buy anything, you just have to do something and earn. So core and comp chain somehow merging and becoming this new program that's going to be amazing and allow people to have that now money, that income, right away. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun, guys. But just Nui by itself, with what we're going to be doing with the gigahash and everything, is awesome. It's amazing. It allows people to really have now money and prepare for the future. And then, of course, all these other enhancements that are coming. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So with that, I'm going to share my screen and talk about how this can be a reality for all of us. Okay, so welcome everybody to this presentation on creating income and wealth with Nui Social. I've got the Spanish in there for those that speak Spanish. I'm going to read that. But here's the idea. This is super simple. Okay, it does not have to be complicated in any way, shape, or form. All right, it is as simple as this. I want this. I want to, have more in life. I want to have, the ability to fly in a private jet. I want to be able to go on vacation to some paradise somewhere, right? And you can notice here, I've created this presentation in Google Docs. Okay. I did that on purpose because I want to make sure that everybody can feel comfortable with what I'm doing here. I want this to be as duplicatable as possible. Okay. So you don't need to be a PowerPoint expert. You don't need to, know technology and computers. You don't have to, be super good at creating presentations and all that. No, it's very simple. Okay. What did I do? I went into Google Docs, which is free, and I went over to Google and I copied images, right? And I pasted them in here. That was it. Okay. I just wrote in basic text, creating an income and wealth in Nui Social. Okay. Super easy. Anybody can do this, really. Okay. My 13-year-old daughter could do this. I mean, she has to do this for like her reports in 7th grade, right? So you can do this. Okay. Doesn't have to be all that amazing, right? All we know is, hey, here's the concept. You want a better life? You want to improve where you're at? Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Are you are you looking for something better in your life? You want to get out of the rat race? Hey, guess what? Here's how you do it. Okay, here's a simple concept that was taught in the book Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. This is the cash flow quadrant, and it basically teaches us what we need to do to be able to achieve that, right? So what do we do? Well, so here's the thing. Everybody starts out as an employee. That's what they teach us, right? We all have jobs. We go to work and we earn our income and stuff. And that's fine, right? That's good. We need to have now money. We need to be able to pay our bills and stuff. And so that's cool. And then kind of, the goal they teach us is, hey, let's kind of become self-employed, right? Let's become professionals. Let's do, so they always talk about, becoming a doctor or a lawyer or, something, right? And that's good, because those individuals can make more money, right? They can actually have more income and everything. But you know what? The real goal, the thing that really allows people to go from just having income to wealth is you've got to go from the left side to the right side of this quadrant. Okay. That's what you got to do. Anybody that has financial freedom, anybody that has increased their lifestyle for the better, has figured out a way to get to the right side of this quadrant, which is you are a business owner, you own a system that works for you, and you are an investor. You have money working for you. Okay. That's the goal. That's the key. And so how do you do that? How do you get to that right side of the quadrant? Well, you could start your own business. You could start putting money into the stock market, whatever, right? Those are good things. Okay. But you know what? The easiest way to do this is to get up here is to start a home-based business, an internet business, right? And so you say, oh, okay, well, I've heard of home-based business and stuff, but doesn't that mean that you got to go out and sell soap and stuff? You have to go out and sell, I don't know, juice and whatever. Well, that's one way. Yeah, there are those that do that, and that's great. If they like that and they like those products, that's cool. Okay. But at Nui, I think we have a better way. At Nui, what we do is we allow you to join right now for free. Okay, it doesn't cost you. Most other companies they're charging you, anywhere from $70 to $100 just to join, just for the membership. And then on top of that, they're making you purchase about $100 or more worth of product every month to be considered active, right? To be commission qualified. Okay, that's what they do. So traditional home-based business, traditional network marketing requires sales, right? And it requires a monthly purchase of $100 plus. Okay, and it's usually some kind of product, and nutritional or sometimes financial services or whatever, and that's cool. Those guys are great. But for me, that's not as duplicatable. It's just a little bit high on the price point, and therefore I found that it's more complicated. And what you end up doing is selling more of the comp plan than the product, really, right? You have to talk about, making so much money a month and everything, and that's what really sells, and the product just becomes secondary, right? That's kind of the issue I've always had with traditional network marketing. So what I love about Nui Social is that we don't have to do that. Right now, it's free, and you actually don't have any kind of a forced auto ship, right? You can actually join for free right now, and you can be active, commission qualified, just by doing things in our core platform, right? So the core platform is where you go in and you do surveys, and you participate in certain offers. You download apps and games on your phone, and that kind of stuff. And as long as you get 1,000 points in a month, then you're now commission qualified. And you didn't have to buy anything. You didn't have to spend a single penny, right? So it's cool. That's really cool to say, oh, I can join for free, be part of this business, and all I got to do is log into my core platform and do some of the activities. And as long as I get 1,000 points in a month, now I'm commission qualified and good to go. And then, of course, the idea of a business is that you need customers, right? You need customers, and you need to franchise out, right? You get more people involved with you, and they're going to duplicate and go out and do it. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I can do that, especially right now when it's free, free to join. Holy cow! I can talk to people and say, hey, do you want to prepare for the future? Do you want to get to the right side of the quadrant? Do you want to have that lifestyle change? Even if it takes you an extra year or two or whatever, right? Instead of 30 years, right? We could do it in 3 years. 3 is the new 30, right? Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I'm curious about the future. I want to protect myself. I want to start creating wealth instead of just having income. That's a great idea. Okay, cool. Well, here's how easy it is. It's free, and you just come in and you do these activities. Now, if you want to take it to the next step, and go to where the last part of this quadrant is the investor, right? Where money works for you, and you say, hey, you know what? I've got a way for you. If let's say you're busy, right? Maybe you're too busy to, actually be doing so many activities every day and everything. You're doing some stuff. You've got, your job or your professional. You're doing a lot of things, and so maybe taking a lot of time to get those points is too complicated. Maybe you'd rather treat this more on the investor side. Okay, that's cool. You want to create wealth. Well, guess what? We've got a product for you, and it's called Call a Gigahash, and it's very simple. If you want to purchase $50 worth of a Kala mining machine, okay, it's kind of like a timeshare. Think of it like a timeshare where you have a whole Kala mining machine, a Kala rig is what we call them, and they're $4,000 each. Now you could get one of those if you want. If you want to spend $4,000, that's great because it's going to produce the most amount of Kala for you. So Kala, by the way, is our own cryptocurrency, kind of like Bitcoin. And if you take the Kala machine that's producing so much Kala for you every single day, now maybe that's a bit on the pricey side, right? So maybe you want to start for a smaller amount. Maybe you want to just do maybe $50 to $100, and that's just a one time, right? $50, $100 one time, not monthly. Okay. And then the only thing you have to do is you have to help cover the costs of the electricity, and the internet and everything, and keeping the machine cool and all that. So they call that hosting, right? So they call it, or it's a maintenance fee. And so for $50 one time, there's a $15 a month maintenance fee to help pay for electricity and cooling and everything. So if you do that, then what's going to happen is they're going to produce calls for you, right? That contract is going to produce calls for you every single day, and it's only going to cost you $15 a month. Okay, so that's a good way to, and that will make you commission active as well, right? So then you can just start telling your friends and family about it and say, hey, this is a good idea. Why don't you get involved? You know, it's very cheap. It's free to join right now until January 31st, and then and all you got to do is you can go in and do core activities, do your 1,000 points, and earn those points. Those points turn into Kala, and for your long-term investment, Kala, think of that as long-term, right? Kala is a long-term wealth creation. Okay, and so we're collecting the Kala coins. We're building that up. That's our asset. And then, of course, as you tell people about this and you bring them into on your team, and you provide leadership and everything, then you can earn a weekly commission, okay, paid in Bitcoin. You can turn into dollars, and that can be your now money, right? So now you're doing both. Now you've got your business owner, okay, because you're now got a whole business that's working for you, people on your team, and that's producing you commissions every week. And you've got your money working for you. You bought some gigahash, and that gigahash is producing some Kala for you on a daily basis. Now, here's the really cool thing, is that if you just bring 3 people to the table, if you invite 3 people to participate with you that want to do this alongside, and build a team from home, and actually purchase some gigahash and participate in that, well, then guess what? Your commissions are going to be more than what you have to spend, right? With 3, it's better than free. Because if you're paying $15 a month for hosting, but you have 3 people that are also participating with hosting, they bought $50 worth as well, and they're paying their hosting. Well, you get commissions from their hosting. That $15 that they're paying in hosting, they actually take commissions from that. They pay $5 from that, and they pay it to you as the sponsor. And so now you're making more than what it costs you, right? So now you're in, and then of course they take another bit of that and they pay it into our team building structure that pays up 10 levels of team. So now you're actually making more money than you have to spend each month, and so now you're at that magic moment in a business where you break even, right? That's the key in any business. It usually takes months and months, if not years, before you break even, right? Before you make back your initial investment, and now you're in profit, right? Well, the neat thing about what we're doing here with Nui is that you can now be in profit with just 3 people. 3 people that have joined your team, or 3 customers even. 3 customers. They don't have to join as doing it as a business. They could just be customers. It doesn't matter, either one or any combination. And now you are making more money than what you have to spend, right? And then the goal from there is to just duplicate. It's just to teach your team members to do the same, to continue to get more customers, bring more people to the table who want to be involved either with core, doing activities and earning points that turn into Kala that they can spend in the Reach Redemption Center, or buying gigahash that produces Kala on a daily basis that, again, they can eventually spend in the Reach Redemption Center, or even convert into dollars on an exchange. Okay, so it's that simple. That simple. If you're interested in this, then you do this. You get to the right side of the quadrant, and you own your own business for free right now. And you become an investor by purchasing $50 worth of gigahash, and that then starts to produce calls for you on a daily basis that you will then collect and hold on to until it makes sense to actually convert them into dollars or whatever. Okay. Now, here's the important thing, right? We need to understand that people that are worth about $10,000, they are all about cash, right? And their primary residence and their vehicles. Okay. So our job is to move beyond this. Okay. This right here, people are worth 10,000. They are like employees or, self-employed. Okay. But our goal is to be more than that. We want to move up this or down, I guess, on this thing. So you can see people that are worth $1 million. Check this out. They're liquid. What they have in cash, it keeps going down, right? Cash is not as important, and even the residence, right? The primary residence, not as important. Vehicles, ooh, for sure not, right? What's most important for them? Well, obviously the retirement stuff, that's important, okay? But the wealthier you get, right? So the $10 million people, or the $100 million people, or even the billionaires, look what happens. Look where they've got most of their assets. It's in business interests. And this surprised me when I saw this chart. Real estate, right? I thought real estate was where it was at. I thought, oh yeah, real estate. But it's not so much, right? You check this out, and the $1 million people, yeah, they've got some real estate, and even the 10 million. But check it out. The billionaires, what do they got? They got businesses. Huh. That is interesting. It said down here, most multimillionaires or billionaires are not liquid and have most of their wealth in business interests. Huh. So that's kind of interesting, isn't it? So it kind of tells you where our focus really should be, right? Not in our cars. The car is like nothing. But yeah, billionaires, they've got most of their wealth in business interests, right? So that's what we're talking about. We're talking about being business owner, okay? Of course, an investor and all that. But if we want this, and it's real, this, by the way, is very possible. I've known people that started out working at 7-Eleven, and and then another second job, right? It's hours and hours, and they got into they understood this. They understood this concept, and they figured out how to get over here to the right side of the quadrant. And next thing I know, in a matter of years, they are living the lifestyle, right? They're doing this. They quit their job at 7-Eleven, and they're now doing this full time, and they found financial freedom. It happens all the time. Okay, it doesn't matter who you are, where you went to school. It doesn't matter. Like people in other countries, like in Mexico, people, you think, oh yeah, it started out dead poor, and they figured it out. They went and did this, and they sacrificed their time and for a little while so they could achieve this, right? So how do you do it? How do you do it, right? This is what it comes down to. You have the seeds, and you need to plant them, water them, fertilize them. You need to take care of them, okay? This is your business now. This is your asset. This is your nest egg. This is something that will get you into retirement and beyond, and have that freedom that we all want, okay? And it comes down to two things. We want now money, and we want wealth, right? We want income, and we want wealth. So with Nui, we get to do that. We join for free. We start to tell other people about it, and they start to get involved, whether they're doing core activities or they're doing gigahash. If they're doing gigahash right now, that is where the big money is, okay? And you can see here, this is the first week of December, $612, okay? So, and that has not stopped. Ever since this whole gigahash concept was introduced, my weekly checks have been right around that, okay? So it's awesome. It's awesome because now my weekly income, now I have a weekly, every Friday, okay? This is a Friday pay period. So Friday to Friday, every Friday I get paid, okay? Now this is in dollars. Okay? That's $612 right there, right? That we're not talking callas. We're not talking, oh, I gotta wait. No, that's like, yeah, I could go spend that right away. Okay, so that's my now money, right? $612 that week. Okay, average right now for the month of December, I made just about $2,000. Okay, so about $2,000 in the month of December. That was really nice. That was really nice, and it didn't take a lot of people. Okay, it didn't. It wasn't like I had thousands and thousands of people doing it. No, it was, a few hundred people on my team that went and got involved and started buying gigahash and terahash and everything, so they could, because their interest, right, what they want is the long term, right? They want to have Kala being produced for them every single day, and that's their plan. They're going to pay their hosting fee, so that they're going to, that's basically watering it and fertilizing it. So every month, that amount of Kala is just going to keep growing and growing and growing. That's their long-term strategy. And then the short-term strategy is to spread the word, to tell people about this, word of mouth marketing, get people involved, and then you can have this. Now, I expect this to continue to duplicate, to continue to grow geometrically, so that this number will continue to go up every single week. It should be really fun. And then, of course, while I'm doing that, I'm building my nest egg, right? I'm building my Kala portfolio. Okay, I've got almost 2 million Kalas now, and just every day I get a little over 4,000 Kala right now is what I'm getting, and I just wait and that accumulates a little bit, and I'll transfer it over to my wallet here. And so in the future, at some point in the future, when Kala is on an exchange, or when Kala can be used to buy things in a Reach Redemption Center and all that, then yeah, I'll start to look at, hey, I'm going to liquidate some of this Kala, right? But for right now, no, it's my long-term strategy. I would be foolish to sell some of my Kala right now, right? No, for covering my costs, for covering my bills, for covering my now money needs, I'm doing this. I'm doing word of mouth marketing. I'm sharing the opportunity. So what does that entail? Okay, what does that entail? Super simple. Check this out. Okay, obviously we're on a presentation right now. Okay, we're doing a webinar, and really, you could do this with YouTube. Right, this is YouTube Live. That's what this is, really. I'm using Webinar Jam, but it really just goes right through YouTube Live. So you could do it through YouTube Live. You could do a Facebook Live, or for another one that's really good for free is Zoom. Okay, so here's your tools. Here's how you do it. Here's how you create this now money. Okay, and it's not hard. Okay, but it does take time. All right. Now, so here's what you do. You got your social media. Okay. You got your Facebook, you got your Twitter, you got your Instagram, whatever you like best. It doesn't matter. I use those three. Okay. And they're free. You use Zoom. I use Zoom a lot. I also use Webinar Jam on Saturdays. Okay. But during the week, I use Zoom, and it's free. Okay, I use Google Docs, right? Google Docs. Here we are in a Google Doc. You can also, they've got, the equivalent of PowerPoint if you want to use that. But this is very simple, right? I want this to be duplicatable. I don't want it to be complicated. You don't have to understand how to use PowerPoint and all that. Just create a document, right? A simple Google Doc document, simple text. Right? I didn't embellish this. I didn't create any animation, none of that. All I did was I just came here, I wrote it up. And I said, okay, here's the tools you need. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Okay, cool. Use Zoom, use your Google Docs, and then time. That is the biggest tool you've got. And it's free. Okay. Now, here's what you would do. Here's your daily checklist. So what you do is you use social media for 15 minutes or more. I put that in Spanish, didn't I? Let me change that. Okay. And then here's what you do. You add new friends or followers. Okay. It's a daily thing, right? Influencers. You've probably heard of influencers before. Influencers are people like the little kid who does toy reviews on YouTube, and I think he makes like $15 million a year doing YouTube reviews, toy reviews. And how does he do that? Well, he got followers, right? He got viewers. He got people that wanted to watch what he was doing, right? And it went viral, and people are watching it and they think it's cute, whatever, right? That's what or people like, famous people that have a Twitter account that have millions of followers, and they can just tweet something, and everyone, oh, that's for me, and they'll go do it, right? So they're influencers. So that's the goal, is to become an influencer. Right? You've got to get more friends and followers, and don't be under the impression that your Facebook is only for your friends or only for your family, right? Okay, if you're doing that, okay, that's great. You know what? Go open a second account, right? Have a personal account, have a personal Facebook or a personal whatever for your friends and family where you don't want people to see your private stuff. That's cool. Just do that. Have your personal one, and then have a second one. Have a second account, okay? And treat the second account as your business account, and that's where you're going to go out and your goal is to get to 5,000 friends on Facebook, right? Your goal is to get as many Twitter followers as you possibly can, right? Because it's your business. That's your followers. That's your audience. And then what do? On a daily basis, you have to be consistent. You have to do this every day. It doesn't take that long. 15 minutes. That's it. Start a conversation with just one person. It's a goal. Start a conversation with just one person per day and share a video or whatever. Okay. We got marketing videos now. They're really good. They're really short and they're to the point and they work. Okay. So if you just start a conversation with just one person, share a video with them, whatever, start it up. Hey, you know what? Okay. Maybe 9 times out of 10, they're going to reject you, right? 9 times out of the 10, they're going to be like, I'm not interested. Thanks, but no thanks, whatever. But if you do that every day, then that 10th person, right? The first 9 shoot you down, but the 10th person on average will say, "Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, tell me more," right? And then you show them how they can sign up for free. And then you show them, you get them involved. You show them when webinars are. You show them when things are going on, and you educate them. And the next thing you know, you've got your team. Right? You've got somebody new on your team. And then the other thing you want to do is, participate in your team's or your leader's call or presentation if there is one, or do your own. Right? If nothing's going on, if your leader, is not doing anything, then do your own. Get on Zoom, and for no more than 15, 20 minutes, just do an update. Right? Do a Facebook Live, do a Zoom, do whatever you got to do, but just do it. And get on there and say, "Oh, I'm having success. This is cool. Look how many callers I've got. Hey, look how I'm doing this in core. This is fun." But the doing it. Of course, last part is spend 10 minutes in core every single day, even if you're not getting any points. All right. Even if you go in, you try to do a survey and you get rejected, doesn't matter. The point is, by doing it, the whole system gets to know you better, and they're going to give you better stuff in the future that will give you points, but it's also leading by example. So if you spend 10 minutes in core every single day, even if you're not getting any points, eventually you will get points, okay? And you then share that, right? You share that on your social media. You share it on your little Zoom that you're going to do, your Facebook Live, whatever it is, you just share that, and people will see it. And people will get excited, and people will ask questions, and people will say, "Oh, yeah, okay, tell me more about that," right? Because what are you doing? The first part of your day is you're adding new friends and followers, brand new people. Okay, brand new people that probably never seen anything to do with Nui before, that are curious, that want to know more, that are wanting to improve their lifestyle, right? Wanting to get involved in cryptocurrency and this whole blockchain thing, all that, right? You never know. You never know. Maybe it's 1 out of every 10. Hey, that's great. Okay, just keep doing it. And then, of course, you have your monthly checklist, which is obviously to be active in Nui. So how do you be active? You do your 1,000 points, or you have a $50 gigahash contract. Then, of course, you increase your gigahash every month, right? My suggestion would be to say, you know what, I'm going to put $50 in at least $50 in a month, right? Just increase it. Increase your gigahash. Very easy to do, and then now you're just increasing that long term, right? It's like planting more seeds. Okay, you're just planting more seeds. You're going to build yourself a whole forest of fruit trees. Okay, that's the goal. So just increase your gigahash every single month, and then of course shoot for the next rank. Right? We know the first rank in Nui is Rockstar. Right? We're going to be a Rockstar, and what's that? Get your 3. Get your first 3 people. So now yours is free, or better than free, and then of course the next rank is when you have 3 people who get 3, right? So that's really cool, because now you've got what is that? So you got 12 people on your team. And then, of course, the next rank is to get 10 people, 10 in the pen and all that, right? And so you just keep shooting for the next ranks, okay? Just go for the ranks in the Nui comp plan, and that's it. That's it. That's the end of the presentation. Is that simple, that black and white, that, it does not have to be complicated at all. It's define what we're doing. Yes, we are tired of being tired. We want more out of life. We want to improve our situation, all that. Is it easy? Yes. Is it hard? It depends on you. Okay. How easy is it? Well, you join Nui for free, and now you're on the side of the quadrant. You buy $50 worth of gigahash, and now you're on this part. And you go and you get 3 people, right? And now you're starting to earn on your weekly basis, your now money, okay, your income. You're starting to get your portfolio built, right, for your long term, for your wealth, and then you just do this, okay. And it's just like that whole idea of it's what they call the slight edge. You may have heard of it. The slight edge is, is it hard? Not really. But what's harder? Is it really hard to get on social media for 15 minutes and add followers? Not really. But you know what the problem is? Here's the problem that we all need to overcome, is that it's easy to do this, but sometimes it's easier to just come home and sit down and turn on Netflix and watch a movie, right? That's the problem. That is the issue, okay? The issue is not, oh, is Nui a scam, or, does Nui really work, or, oh, is Kala really, the next, big cryptocurrency, all that. That's honestly, that is not the issue. That's not. That is not the issue at all, okay? Here's proof. I was able to make that much money that week, right? With this. Okay. It works. Okay. Nui pays. Nui works. It's real. It's legit. All that. Okay. That's not the issue. You know what the issue is? Number one, understanding, yes, I want this lifestyle. Number two, understanding that, yes, I can get there by getting to the right side of the quadrant, joining for free into Nui. Okay. It's then, after I've done that, being consistent, watering our plant, making sure it doesn't dry out, making sure the sun doesn't come and scorch it, making sure that I am going to have something in the future because I'm taking care of it. How? By doing the daily things, by getting on social media for 15 minutes a day, adding more friends, starting a conversation, sharing a video, participating in the leadership calls, and spending 10 minutes in core. That's it. That's it. That's your secret formula right there. Okay. And then, of course, making sure you're active, increasing your gigahash, and shooting for the next rank. That's it. It's so simple. That's it. If you want this, that's all you got to do. Is it hard? No. Is it easy? Yes. But are you willing to do it? If you want this, you've got to do what other people won't, so you can have what they're not willing to get. So, my friends, with that, let's dream big. Let's go after this. Let's make 2019 the year where we accomplish this, right? This, and more, because we did this. That's it. Make it a New Year's resolution. Get it done. Okay. So with that, I'll let you get back to your amazing weekend. Thanks so much. It's been an awesome 2018. Let's go make 2019 the best yet. With that, I am out of here. Thanks so much, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.